Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to WIC Commander number 44. For real this time, I believe I said the last one was 44 when it was 43, but hey ho, bygones be icons. Today we have Falco, Spara, Pactweaver, a stunning commander from New Capenna in the colours of Bant, which is a flying, it's a trampler. It comes with a shield counter on it, and we can remove counters to cast spells off of the top of our library. Now don't go thinking like I did that means you can also cast lands off the top of your library, because you can't. So what do we have here? Well, I decided to go for a bit of a sub-theme here. Falco Spara being a Bant commander that can fly, I was like, hey, why not go for the whole like flying theme? So we've got a lot of things that care about flying as well as caring about counters. So we have a bit of a double whammy flying / counters deck, which will hopefully make us very happy with the value that we accumulate through Falco Spara, casting a lot of spells, ramping up, doing Banty things in Bant, and hopefully winning some games. So yeah, check out the deck in the description below. If you have a request for a commander you'd like to see on the channel, please send it this way with a comment, and make sure to subscribe if you are enjoying the content so far. We're almost at 30. It went up to 29, and then it went to 30, then went back down to 29, went back up to 30, and it's a nice stable 30 would be lovely. So please do, it makes a world of difference for me as a small content creator, and would, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop shilling now, and we'll get on to game one. Have a good one, see you in a sec, bye. Okay, so game number 1 is against the Scarab God, which, let's face it, is a pretty good commander. Very combo-esque, so we're going to need a pretty stellar hand to start this off, and I just don't think that this is the one, considering we have no white mana and a whole bunch of white cards, so we're going to take a mulligan on this one. See what our opponent does, but Scarab God's a bit broken in commander due to the whole clause of, oh, this looks a bit better. Yeah, we'll go with this. Oh, look, we have identical intimidating sphinxes that appear at the same time. Oh, blimey. Okay, so we want to get the Fairy Siri down early. We can scry really well with this. Yeah, we're not going to go for Ice Fang. Ice Fang has seemed to have found its way into a lot of decks recently. Just, you know, it's a mythic. It's pretty cool, the Vigilance flying for free, a Sarah Angel-esque thing that then turns into... I mean, it is just a cheaper Sarah Angel, isn't it? That it turns into a Equipment when it dies, but... hey, I enjoy it. There's the Mimic. Okay, so, ooh, hello, Thousand-Faced Shadow. So if we get 2 flyers up, then that's really good, because that means we can Rishka and get them both flying, but because of our lack of green mana... oh, that's good stuff, but I think most of it... let's keep this land. And then we will go for Rishka to make both our mana dorks. Well, make both our creatures mana dorks. Suppose that's a very bad sign. So we'll Rishka, hit up both our creatures, and, well, there's not much we can do with Fairy Seers on 1 mana now, so that will do its thing and hit them. Next turn we can go for Dream Trawler, which is a pretty stunning early play. Can also make sure that we keep the cards flowing, but a Hydro Crisis as well is a pretty happy sight to see. We can always ninjutsu this with the Fairy Seer to make another Rishka, but that doesn't seem quite good. We want to do that with Dream Trawler, really. We can ninjutsu out a second Dream Trawler, which is pretty mean, as is Prismari Command. And they have another 3 mana now. Zorn needs to go, but we have no real way of doing that. Oh, pardon the ice cream truck just going outside my window. Perfect timing. Okay, so I think we just go Falco Spara here. Yeah, let's go Falco Spara. And this says creatures with +1/+1 counters on them, isn't it? You know, it's each creature with a counter on it. So in that regard, we kind of want to kill Zorn. And we have the Wandering Emperor coming up, so maybe we're not ramping into our threats as much. If we can get rid of Zorn, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, let's get rid of Zorn. Then we can Fledgling, and also hold the Wandering Emperor if they play the Scarab God this time, which I imagine they probably will. Yeah, there it is. And this says dies as well, so the Wandering Emperor is actually really good. And we just want to play it cool here. Maybe just no. We'll play the 1000-eyed. No, we won't do anything. Screw it. They'll think that we're countering or something, and they only have 3 mana now, which is really nice. Just actually one of the problems with treasure ramping so hard is obviously like now they only have 3 mana. They're going to try and draw out of it, which is nice. And they won't draw out of it, they're going to make some more locuses, which is pretty cool. But we get our forest next turn, which means we can go into Dream Trawler. Nice. 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 Cool. Presumably the attack's coming, but you never know. I mean, I'd like to kill this locusts. The baby locusts. Okay, cool. Well, we'll just go Wandering Emperor anyway. That means we can make Falco Spara slightly more good. And then Dream Trawler, which is going to be chunky. Cool, pretty happy with that. First striking Dream Trawler, 4/6. Very hard to remove. Of course, they're going to do absurd things with these tokens soon, presumably. Usually, I don't know. I think maybe they're going to, I don't know, if they try to remove it, I'm really happy to lose the Fearless Fledgling and the Thousand Face Shadow. The Fearless Fledgling more so. Thousand Face Shadow enters the battlefield from your hand. If it's attack and critical, yeah, exactly. That's really cool. So yeah, we want to ninjutsu this out and make another Dream Trawler, even if that means returning Falco Spara, I think, because 2 Dream Trawlers just puts our life in a really good place. Like, they're making sure they get their lands now, which is a really good like opportunity to start hitting with some Dream Trawlers, drawing some extra cards. Double Dream Trawler as well. I don't think this will work in the way that, it won't trigger Dream Trawler's attack clause on the first attack. It'll still be pretty nasty. Although the problem with that being that the copy of Dream Trawler will not be buff enough to take down the Locust God. They can just block anyway, so anyway, we'll see. We draw cards. Maybe it's worth playing cards off the top of our library for now, but let's +1/+1 our Dream Trawler. Get in there with both. And the second one, actually, I don't know. Well, first of all, they need to decide if they're going to block our stuff, don't they? And it looks like they will. Yeah, cool. Falco loses its counter, but does have trample, so that's nice. Then Skycat Sovereign, and maybe just even make a token with this, just so that we'll go Empyrean Eagle. There we go. That seems pretty good. Seems like we'll be doing a lot worse stuff against the Locust God. They might have some stupendous board wipe, like Storm's Wrath. But Storm's Wrath is not the most stupendous, and it would not do anything really to our board apart from kill the 2 smaller creatures. But kind of wishing right now the Wandering Emperor had a bit more of an ultimate than just exiling creatures that are tapped. But this feels like they're fairly helpless. Not helpless, they're blocking what we're doing really well. Hydroid Krasis, ideally on even, so we can wait another turn to play the Krasis, because then we can draw 4 cards and gain 4 life, rather than not really. You kind of want to play this on an even X, don't you? Cool. So they aren't attacking, again, that's cool. Happy with that. Maybe just... Yeah, I kind of want to play this Initiate, just so it's out of our library. Let's do that first. Even though that seems a bit rubbish, we then get Tusky. We can remove the counter from the Dream Trawler, and then we're guaranteed to hit our land next turn, which is really nice. And then I think we actually want to kind of... I think we still want to attack with Falco Spara. All these things, because drawing cards is good, fundamentally. And we should be able to do that here. If they block Falco Spara with the Locust God, they're going to block it with 4 Locusts. That's fine. I think they're going to have a lot of cards that care about them having a lot of Locusts. And I don't think the way we're getting value right now is through Falco Spara. When we have Winged Words coming up, and we can resolve the Hydroid Krasis next turn. So we'll take it back, it's fine. I think it's okay to be a bit aggressive here. And yeah, we get to draw another card, so that's nice. Don't get to see what the next one is, but life goes on. This might be the Storm turn. The turn where they make Wizard class slightly bigger, and then Locust God's getting a bit more out of control. Because presumably their deck is just a lot of cheap cantrips, which allows the Locust God to get a bit go a bit off the rails, as it were. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty nice. Did they up-level the wizard class? I'm not going to look at it just in case. Yep, cool. More creatures. It might be idea to make Skycat Sovereign... No, we don't want to make tokens with Skycat here. We've got loads of stuff to do with our mana. They're drawing cards. We're battling it quite well, I think. Tusky, radical idea, yeah. Draw more cards. Cool, cool. Yeah, make another one. I like Jeskai Elder. I've tried it before in Commander. I've tried it before in Standard, and it's fun. It's fun. It's a decent creature. Right, my turn. Right. So, Falco Spara. Let me check. Cast a removing counter from a creature. That's unfortunate. We can't remove the correct counter from Blast Zone. So, we will +1 on our... I think Dream Trawler still gets the +1s, just because it's lifelinking. We'll Broker's Hideout twice. Well, not Broker's Hideout twice. We'll use Broker's Hideout to get the double trigger. We can Wing Words. Ooh, Safara. Oh, Safara's pretty nail in the coffin, is it not? We don't have 4 decent flyers yet, so we will do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 flyers. Everything's indestructible. And then we'll attack with these 2 creatures. And gain, hopefully... Oh, and there's Cafar's Crusade. Okay, this is turning around pretty well, is it not? Yep, they block our stuff. We got 48. I just never trust the Locust God. I feel like it can just kill us on any turn. Like, it's going to pull out some random card. There is a lot of wheel effects for yourself in Historic Brawl at the moment. They're quite, like, niche, I suppose. Like, there's one in Midnight Hunt, which I think kind of went under the radar quite a bit, but it basically said discard your hand, draw a card for every card you discarded this turn, which, with what they're doing, could be ridiculous. But also, all these Locusts aren't going to kill us unless they get buffed. Like, unless, I mean, they obviously don't have their own Cafar's Crusade. But they have equivalents, like Wizards class, yeah, like, okay. I may be a bit too scared of the Scarab God. Cool, alright, let's think about this. So, Blast Zone seems alright. Cafar's Crusade is definitely alright. And then, do we Thousand Face Ninja in response? So we don't attack with anything that doesn't... Yeah, this seems like a good attack. And then, if their blocks are kind of... Oh, Winged Portent. A nice card that only really fits in this deck in my mind. Because blue-green flyers never really seems to be a thing. So, for example... Right, so we can Thousand Face Shadow to make another Dream Trawler that's tapped and attacking if they leave a blocker. If they leave a blocker is a whole other matter. I don't think they are. No, they're not leaving a blocker. Not a single blocker. Okay, that's fine. So we can remove 2... We can remove 2 counters off of Fearless Fledgling here to get rid of Wizard class, which seems like a good thing to do. So I'm going to target that, and I can't do it with the frickin' Blast Zone. There's nothing to remove counters off this Blast Zone to get rid of all the Locust tokens, is there? Let's create Samurai. There we go. And then we'll hold on to a creature. They just good gamed us, which probably means that we've won, but it could also mean something disgusting is about to happen. I'm more on the side of something disgusting is about to happen. Let's see. Maybe they can just fast as Oracle or something after drawing their whole deck. No, it doesn't seem like it. And Locust God can do it itself, can't it? It can draw a discard, yeah, for 4 mana. That's pretty nice. Bonders Enclave. This seems a bit desperate, yeah, I'm sure we're fine. Nice. And Fibbleflip. Yeah, that's pretty desperate. But, I mean, we still need to get through all these blockers that they're making each turn. They're making more blockers each turn. We're making more attackers each turn. But no! No, no, they want to give up there. Fair enough. Good to them. That's game one. And it's a very good game and a nice victory. Cool. Okay, this time it's against Faster Deep Dwelling. And we've got a decent hand, so we'll keep it. The Great Collaboration can proliferate the counters on Falco Spara, so it keeps getting shield counters. Tusky Bearer of Seekers. Toski is very much a card you want when you have a lot of evasive creatures, so pretty happy with that. And look at that, we have Archon of Emiria, so that'll be fun too. Let's go for the Grateful Apparition. Mono Blue isn't known for having board wipes, much to our pleasure, so hopefully this Archon of Emiria is just countered. No, not even. Okay, sure. Can't proliferate properly, that's a shame. I think it feels a bit wrong, but I am going to go Tusky because we're just going to get so many cards. I do want to go Falco Spara, proliferate the shield counter, but look at this. Yeah. There you go. There you go. We go from like 15 minutes to a 1 minute win. Fantastic. On to the next one. Slightly more challenging now. We have Tiamat, the five-headed, five-color dragon from the worlds of Dungeons and Dragons. And this hand does not speak. This is not the same hand as the last game. This is a bit more of a disappointing hand that we just want to send back to the deck to think about what it's doing with its life. Like first turn, yeah, let's just stop talking about it and move. There we go. There we are. That's more like it. So we have Otawara. Ooh, so Sunpepper Grove first, and then Otawara into a Whispering Raven. Haka. Which can then be followed. Wait, what are we even playing? Tiamat, right. Okay, cool. This hand is working out really nicely. We're going to play the Whispering Raven that makes a sound that echoes through the mountaintops. They might just kill it. That's what they choose to do, that's fine. This means that we can play AO. We can play our own dragons in response, so that's fun. Including this one. Does that turn into a dragon? Yeah, it turns into a dragon. Check that out. Cura is fine. It does kind of speak more to our needs at the moment of getting lands. Blocks Goldspan pretty well. But maybe AO is kind of what we're thinking. Yeah, let's go AO. If we can play AO, we go AO. AO's great. The Dawn Sky. And this is when it leaves the battlefield or when it dies? Yeah, when it dies. So we can get some stuff out of our library in return for this dying, so that'll be fun. I love AO. Isn't AO cool? Basically collected company on a body in a sense. In a way. Obviously not as good, but still pretty good. They're going to take one of our lands, I think? No. They're going to clone one of our creatures, though. Ooh, I like the steely elements. Yes, yes. More steely elements, please. They are going to Tiamat pretty darn soon if they attack with... In fact, they could have backed this turn, but they chose not to. And they're getting rid of their treasure, which suggests they're slowing down a bit, which is just what the Doctor ordered. I think now that we have 6 mana, and we are near enough flyers to go with Safara, but we might just want to hardcast Safara. Maybe just going Icing Fang with 2 counters on it. Look at this, we're taking on the dragons with dragons. AO getting in, dealing 5 damage to their face. Next turn, in fact, we can play Safara Sky's Blade, and then they're not in great condition because we have 2 Vigilance Dragons that can do attacking and blocking duty with their. Oof! Crystalline Giant with Ward 1. That's pretty nice. We get +3/+3. What? Why is this a 6/6? Hey, guys in the comments, I'm sure you know. Oh, because they played 6 mana to take it out of their deck. Okay, sure. Well, we're going to play Safara Skyblade, which has been awesome these past 2 games. And we can pay X, but X will be 0. Yeah, let's get in. They're going to block IO. We still do a 6 to them though. And we can also just Ineos the Gale Force next turn and swap our Remnant of the Rising Star for their Goldspan Dragon. Or we can just swap our Human Monk for their Goldspan Dragon, I believe. Yes, we can do that. That's fantastic. Are we about to beat Tiamat? This is, again, a desperate play. Oh, that's something we didn't want to happen. Okay, alright. Well, Goldspan's pretty buff. And why can't we play Ineos? Because we don't have 2 blue. That's a shame, isn't it? In that case, I suppose we have to... Falco Spara. Maybe... Yeah, I think we do want to put counters on it. We'll put 3, and that way we can... Well, we can't cast the Spirit, can we? So, yeah, we'll go 3. 6/6, and then 5/4, 6/5. Does that actually do anything? They can just block both of them now, can't they? So we're kind of in a stalemate. Ineas can break that, but we don't get Ineas for at least another 2 turns. Yeah, there's Tiamat. At least the dragon animation for Tiamat is slightly cooler because it has 5 heads. Rewind if you didn't catch it, but the Shadow has 5 heads, where they've been a bit lazy with dragon animations recently, where a lot of them will come into play and there'll just be this dragon going across the screen, and it's like, hey, those aren't 5 different colors. Oh, that's not how it works, is it? 5 different dragons that have different names. I see. Those are 5 pretty good dragons to get. Atsushi is pretty decent. So, do we just go all out swing if we get Ineas? And we can't get Ineas bar some miracle. And they have to discard some cards, which is pretty nice. Better offer. No, this is really annoying. They have 3 flying blockers. We can deal quite a lot of flying damage, but not enough. Spectra Sailor doesn't do much, does it? I guess we can Tyrite Sanctum to put... to make something into... make something +1/+1, so it's slightly better at attacking. Yeah, target... Let's make Icing Fang bigger, I guess. Play Cura. Decline. They're still pretty scary. I'm going to attack with AO anyway, just because you never know. They have to block. Ooh, they've put themselves on 3. That's a very dangerous place to put yourself. Unless they intend on doing some radical thing with Volumulturous Velamachus. Which it does seem like they do intend to do. Let's see what they get. It might be some sort of... I don't know what they could do. Yeah, nice. Nice. Cool. On to the next one. 3 out of 3. Okay, now we're being tested. Now we're really taking our deck to its limits because we've got ourselves a Joyra Weatherlight Captain deck. But we're going first. We have Ledger Shredder, which I've been told is a pretty good card, and we have the Seiju, who we might be able to keep in cards. Keep in hand for a decent amount of time. Oh look, we've gone further up the... Oh wow, lovely, yeah, oh look. We've got a nice orb, Very precious of their orbs. As someone who doesn't own an orb, I can't really give a valid judgment of how precious people, especially giant Sphinx-esque demons, are with their orbs. The only evidence I have is the way these 2 Sphinxes just kind of look at me. In fact, Ledger Shredder's amazing against Joyra. They can just abrade it or whatever, but like, look at Ledger Shredder. Just staring down Joyra in the face. Can we try Ramp before we do the Mole Drifter? Evoking thing. White is what we're missing. They're just gonna go Joyra, presumably. I don't know why you wouldn't. Considering their deck is probably like cantrips, artifacts. Yeah, this is where things go south. So we're gonna Mole Drift, which does get us more land. None of it the right color. No, sorry, Guardian Projects. You're just not in time, I'm afraid. We're gonna shred some ledges. Gonna shred some ledges. Because they're going to play more than 2 cards this turn. Oh my goodness, they have the Aether Flux already. Okay, this is going to be intense. And the Goldhound, which means, aha, look at that. Draw a card. Not sure if the Spheres, it seems better. I think Luminarch Aspirant has to go. In fact, Luminarch Aspirant shouldn't really be in the deck, I think. Especially with the historic rewording of doing it at the end of turn. It's just not playable in the same capacity anymore in this kind of... we do have Boseiju to deal with that pesky little artifact they've got going on there, but I think we're just going to slam into them. It does look like Boseiju is the only thing we can really do this round, this turn, I don't know, this turn cycle. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. They might play something even more intimidating. Brainstorm is not that, though, so let's just Boseiju now. No, let's Boseiju after they Brainstorm, because then they put some cards on top of their library. I don't know. Presumably, well, if they do a shuffle, if they have a shuffle effect, then that presumably means they want to keep that stuff. Do we want to do the shuffle for them? I think doing the shuffle for them is a terrible idea, and we're doing it now. But they might have their own shuffle, or they might just want to draw it with Joyrah. Yeah, that looks like they want to redraw something with Joyrah. So we'll shred some ledges. Get another white card. Skycat Sovereign's looking... We want to keep the cheap cards here. So Cloud Blazer, I'm sorry, but you're out. And then we're going to Boseiju this thing. Because they could get ridiculous potentially this turn. And their main win condition is Aether Flux Reservoir. So give them some time to work out how they're going to win without it. While we work out what we're supposed to do without white mana. Legend Treasure's making the Great Henge cheaper though, so if we can get some sort of 2-drop. I don't think we have any 2-drops that green. Oh no, we do have. We got Gilded Goose. Gilded Goose would be nice. Incubation Druid. Yeah, those 2 cards are exactly what we want next turn. Wedding Invitation. Yeah, lovely. So a bunch of useless artifacts. This is why I'm not too worried once they've lost the Aether Flux. Yeah, see, they're drawing cards, they're getting lands. They don't have anything that says they can have a big hand yet, so they're going to go up to 8 and discard a card, so... So many mispronunciations today. Ecologist's Terrarium puts a counter on something. That's it, right? Yeah, it just puts a counter on something. So, search for a land, put a counter on something. Basically... they do have, what do they have? Unexpected Results is probably in this build, so they can just draw a big bunch of cards. Oh, finally, some white mana, just when we needed it. So we can, we can't even henge into something though, can we? Maybe we just bite the bullet. Henge. Nah, if we're henging, we don't want to make ourselves unnecessarily lose life. Although, having access to more white mana next turn when we draw it is probably being a good idea. But it's the hottest day so far in the United Kingdom, so I'm not going to blame all my decisions on my own poor judgment. And I imagine it will be relatively minuscule, but we do have 2 white drops. 2 cards with white in them, and we're probably going to go Falco Spara anyway, because that's the best white card that we have access to right now. There's the Fopter. I believe there's a loop with this, and yeah, there's definitely a loop with this, but hey, look, we can do the... We're going to shred that ledge, get rid of the forest. So we can kind of do things like this with the Great Henge. It's just taking us a bit more time, that's fine. They've just got a bunch of useless artifacts that they can play for near free with Joyrah's Familiar. Now even cheaper. Enthusiastic Mechanauts. And now they can play a whole bunch of cards for free, so I'm just going to sit back for a moment. Have a drink. See how this goes. Presumably terribly. They're now making mana, so that's never a good sign. I think we have Heliod's Intervention in this deck. That would be the dream draw. Unfortunately, we don't have the 2 white to cast it. And we don't, anyway, so it doesn't matter. It would be down here, wouldn't it? Yeah, I would really recommend getting untapped GG just for the sake of knowing what answers you have in your deck. Because if you play as much Historic Brawl as I do, there is a time and a place to know when to quit. And right now I'm not, because we still have Wrath effects. I mean, most of them, again, will take a few turns to actually work. But this turn could peter out, and we could do something all right, but it's incredibly unlikely. But right now, kind of enjoying watching what they're going to do. But that is quickly going to fade, I imagine. Yeah, this Cold Still Heart. Nice. It'd be nice if they could Mind's Desire. If they can Mind's Desire, I'd be very happy with that. That'd be quite impressive. I mean, they just play that whole deck if they Mind Desires, right? Or does every artifact... Yeah, let's call it now. Good game. Goodbye. Unfortunately, we don't have our game for... It's vaguely promising, I suppose, but hey-ho. And it looks like we're finishing with the classic new commander, Quasar, who is really awesome, but is Underworld's Dreams on a Stick. And look, the symmetrical Sphinxes is happening again. We drew Ranger class. Well, we're going to draw Ranger class. I think that's worth not having. Just with Dovin, kind of want to make our board nice and wide so that it's not immediately killed. Of course, we are facing Esper here.
I look forward to seeing your mistake.
So that's always a possibility just to lose anyway. Okay, so they've got 3 mana. Are they going to kill the Thopter, the Ranger class? They're going to destroy the Ranger class. That's cool. Do not mind too much. I suppose we could Winged Portent now, or we could start trying to tick up Dovin, but I say we just go another step. Yeah, we will evoke the Mole Drifter. Yes! Okay, that was close. I think we need white more than... No, we don't. We need green. Angel of Invention could work really well with this go wide thing that we're doing right now. Yes, it will. Okay, come on, land. No, no land. Well, in that case, we'll Winged Portent to draw 2. And there's no land! Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Everything's okay. Whenever creature we control, it doesn't have to have flying. I love Dovin. Grand Arbiter, that is. I mean, it might just be the sad reality that we're going to use Dovin to find land next turn, but if they kill it, which is going to cost them probably 1 card, decent expense, and look, there's no more lands. So Watcher of the Spheres is good here. It does mean we can't play anything else afterwards, though, doesn't it? Yeah. Is Watcher of the Spheres as good as Mana Life Pixie? I don't think so. And then we can +1 and almost guarantee that we're going to ultimate Dovin. In fact, I think we have the precise amount of counters we want. The very minimum where Dovin doesn't have to die. Cavalier of Gals would be more scary if we weren't a flying tribal deck. Angel of Invention is about to make this go a bit off the rails, I think. So we'll have a nice anthem for our creatures, and they're very low in life now, having not done amazing amounts in the last few turns, so we're going to Dovin.
This is why I am generally
all lands? Yeah, all lands. Command Tower. Nothing else here is that exciting to having land. So Watcher of the Spheres. Ooh, we can always catch them out. No, let's Watcher of the Spheres and Cloud. No, we don't want a Cloud Blazer. Well, Ineaz. And then just leave blockers behind or discard Fairy Seer. Maybe, well, what are they going to do next? Because the board wipe feels like it's coming. There it is. And so this says destroy all non-artifact creatures rather than exile. So that's quite nice, because that means that Falco Spara sticks around. And then maybe we equip... Or do we just do this? We just activate this twice and win. Let's give it a go. Wait, why doesn't that work? Ah, attacking creatures with flying. Oh well, let's just attack. We'll swap the Fopter for a Cavalier of Gales, and then we'll buff everything up. And that should be pretty good. I sorely regret not upping the Dovin, however. Cavalier of Gales is still an artifact creature, which is why it didn't die. Teferi looks like it's going to be bouncing it back to their library, however. Yep. Sure. Okay. Ooh, Faladar Retreat. Faladar Retreat to buff the Fopter, and then... I don't know, we can't actually do that much. We have 7 mana and quite a lot of expensive cards. So Faladar Retreat, Lion Sash, Glacial Fortress. No, we wanted to make another Fopter first.
Oh, that got my blood pumping.
But let's just go for the face. Definitely use another board wipe here. It would be nice if we could have reconfigured Lion Sash on something. That's their commander. Okay, we can't exile that. There's nothing really worth exiling yet. Okay, on board wipe, exile all opponent's graveyard. Whatever. Does not matter to me. I'm not reanimating much. Come on. Let's... Yep, that's nice. Draw a card. Lion Sash is really good as well because it's every +1/+1 counter you put on it gets moved onto the creature that it's reconfigured to or equipped to. So it's not just the ones. I think that's a win, isn't it? Yeah, nice. So 4 out of 5. Falco Spara, flying tribal. Definitely does commander in the games that you play it in. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed. And as I said in the beginning of the video, if you have any requests, please let me know, and I will try my best to follow them through. We get a blue dragon, very fitting, I think. And please subscribe and send this to someone who you are in the coffee shop with, I suppose. Anyway, goodbye. Have a lovely evening. Bye bye.